Hello dear students, today we have moved in a new lecture and in this lecture we will learn some new topic with new ideas and new concepts. Hi, hello everyone, my name is Eras and how are you? I hope you are very good, you are enjoying your day, you are enjoying your life. Now and today the name of the topic is that is the I am starting with a topic that is the symbiotic plants. If someone may ask you, what is symbiotic plants? Then what will you say? Okay, now listen to me. You will just simply say that actually and the basically when the two different species of plants are living together, remember it. The fact is that there should must be one species of plants and the another one species of plant. That means two different species of plants, and the conditions is that these two different species of plants should must be left together. All right, and if they are the parts of the same plants, and not only the parts of the same plants but both of them help each other in gaining food or obtaining their food by a process named photosynthesis, then this is called as the symbiotic plants. Okay, all right. Now listen to me what I have told you. I think you are getting confusion to related these definitions of symbiotic plants. Okay, let me clear. I'm saying that now listen to me. We have two hands. I have one hand and this is the another one hands, and these two hands are the different hands. Obviously, yes, because this is the first hand and this is the second hand. Maybe this is the first hand and this is the second hand. But the truth is that we have two separate hands, but these two hands are the parts of the same body. All right, and both of these two hands can help each other in what? In doing any type of the work. Similarly, dear, there should must be two different species of plants, but the conditions is that they should must be a part of a single plant, a single plant, but there is two different species of plants, and both these plants help each other in gaining or obtaining food. All right, then this is called as the symbiotic plants. Actually, the term that is the symbiosis. Symbiosis means two different things that help each other. Then there we used a term that is the symbiosis. All clear? All clear. Okay. Now let me explain what I have written here. Actually, and the basically, I have already written here. All right, written here that when two different species of plants are living together, and if they are the parts of the same plants and helps each other in gaining or obtaining food, then this is called symbiotic plants. All clear? All clear. So if someone may ask you, then I think you can easily tell these definitions. Okay, but some students may be thinking that, sir, can you tell me some examples of these symbiotic plants? Obviously, yes, algae. All right, but algae is not alone, but there must be a fungus and algae, and which is the combination of on which type of the plants named the lichens. Lichens actually, I'm giving the examples of symbiotic plants. If someone asks you what is the examples of symbiotic plants, they will just simply say that lichens, या फिर lichens. But what I have used in my life, the name that is the lichens, then you will also say the lichens term. Okay, all right, all clear? Obviously, yes. Now listen to me. Actually, lichens are the only one part, but these plants are the composition of these two different plants. All right, all right. You want to know how is it possible, sir? You are saying that two different plants are the parts of the same plants. Obviously, yes. Why is it not possible? Of course, is it possible? I have already tell you the examples of these two hands are different hands, but they are the parts of the same body. Similarly, dear. Okay, all right. We can say that these dentrils or is what is the name of the dendrils. The name of this one is the fungus, which is a non-green plants. That means they cannot do photosynthesis, fungus. But algae, which is a green plants, they can do photosynthesis. So what is the requirement of this algae may be fulfilled by this fungus, and the requirement of this fungus can be fulfilled by this algae. So in this way, both of them are helps each other in obtaining food. Okay, all right. So these are the green colored round shaped is the algae. Okay, and the this long dentals is the fungus. All clear? All clear. But they both different species of plants are came under the category that is the lichens. You can also simply say that the examples is the lichens. All right, all clear. The figure explaining that about the lichens symbiotic plants. All right, all clear. As seen through microscope. Okay, the visibility of this picture is came with the help of microscope. All right, all right. So I think you have learned what is symbiotic plants. All clear? Any confusion, dear? No confusion. Very good and the very nice. Now I can proceed to the next pages or next topic. All clear? All clear. Okay, if you want, you can write it. Write it right now. I'm side of this particular screen. You can also take it a screenshot, or can be you can write down it on your copy, because I'm sharing all these notes in order to prepare your fair copy, so that if you are moving anywhere or on your home and you are not watching this lecture, then you can also revise your topics, your lessons in easy way by opening or by looking or by reading my notes that what I have shared with you. All clear? All clear. Okay. Okay. Now your next topic, and the name of the topic is that how nutrients are replenished in the soil. This is the topic, how nutrients are replenished in the soil. Actually, what I just wants to say you that now listen to me. Nutrients are replenished in the soil. What does it mean? Okay, now listen to me. Actually, what we are doing that we all are maybe farmers, or maybe I'm also including. So what is happening? The thing and the matter is that there is some huge amounts of field which is available in our surroundings. Okay, so in that particular plot, farmers are cultivating their crops. Suppose that farmers are cultivating paddy crops, that means rice crop, or maybe suppose that wheat crops. But they are, but I am supposing that paddy crops are grown by a farmer right now. Okay, right now. Then what will happen? Then that crops needs some nutrients. All right. Then the nutrients is fulfilled by that soil, because plants, from where plants will get nutrients, the nutrients is taken by the plants from the soil. Then if again and again nutrients are drawn or sucked by the plants, then what will happen? There is lacking of nutrients in the soil, obviously. Yes. Then that deficient soil in the field of nutrients, so nutrients deficient soil can be replenished with another nutrients. But how is it possible? The fact is that how is it possible? How can you do this? And this is our topic. All right, all clear. Okay, dear. Now let us take another one simple more examples. Okay, I'm saying that suppose that you are riding a bike. Okay, then what will you need? You will need just simply a bike. Okay, you are starting the bike. Okay, all right, no problem. But you should must have petrol on your bike tanky. Okay, But what are you thinking? In 1 liter petrol, you can go anywhere in this world. Is it possible? No, obviously no. I think in 1 liter of petrol, you are going 10 kilometers or maybe 15 kilometers, maybe 20 kilometers. But after that, you should must take petrol and put it inside your car's tanky or bike tanky. All right, in order to run that bike again. Similarly, dear, if you are doing crops or if you are growing crops in the fields, then that crops are taking nutrients from the soil. That means that soil one day will come and that soil will failing or fail just like a nutrients deficient soil. Can we say? So how can we fulfill that nutrients which is nutrient deficient soil which is done by the crops? Okay, all right. So I have told you that flowing are the base through which nutrients can be replenished in the soil. Okay, in the soil. Here you can write it in the soil. Okay, all clear? All clear. The first one point is that nutrients are replenished in the soil by adding fertilizers and manures. Okay, all clear. I have already told you the concept of manures and fertilizers. No problem, no problem. So by adding manures and fertilizers, the the nutrient deficient soil become nutrient satisfied soil. Just like a phrases or just like a word, you can remember it. All right, all clear. Another method is that second one is the nitrogen can be replenished in the soil by growing leguminous crop such as gram, chana, moong, beans, etc. I have already told you what is leguminous crops. Leguminous crops have a special characteristics, and root nodules of leguminous crops contain a bacteria named rhizomium bacteria, and that rhizomium bacteria take nitrogen gas from the atmosphere and convert it into nitrogen compound which is needed by the plants or needed by the soil also. Okay, then if your field is lack of nitrogen compounds, then how can you fulfill this nitrogen compound? By growing leguminous crops. So by growing leguminous crops, nitrogenous compound can be added to that particular soil, and there is no need of nitrogenous fertilizer because you are already doing in parallel to that nitrogenous fertilizer, that is the by growing leguminous crops you can also fulfill the requirement of nitrogenous fertilizer. All right, all clear? Obviously yes. Now your next topic, and if you want you can write it, if you want you can write it. Okay, all right, all clear. Your next topic, and the name of the topic is the cell. Cell. All right, all right. If someone may ask you what is cell or tell me the definitions of cell, then what will you say? Okay, you will just simply say that the fundamental unit of life, then this is called as the cell. You haven't learned about this one? Okay, now let me explain. Now you have all, everyone see a building. Okay, all right. In your life, maybe a chance you have already seen a building, a house. Then I'm asking that what is the basement of that building or what is the basic things of that particular building? Then you just simply say that, sir, there may be pillar or maybe soil or maybe land, maybe I made so many different things, but the basic building blocks of that particular building is the bricks, because by using bricks you are preparing a long building. Yes or no? Obviously yes. The fact is that obviously yes. Similarly, dear, cell, what is cell? Actually, you're seeing me, but I cannot see you. This is not fair. Anyhow, I'm just kidding. So what I'm saying that ki, this is my whole body. But the thing is that कि what is the basics of that building, of that particular body, how my body is structured. So by cell. So what is cell? So cell, the fundamental unit of life, is called cell. Just like a body, you can remember it. Okay then. If someone asking, I think you can tell the definition. The fundamental unit of life is called cell. Another thing in biology, the smallest unit of life is called cell. You have learned some SI unit of this particular physical quantity or that particular physical quantity. Yes, na? Obviously, yes. But I'm saying that what is the unit of our life? That means our unit of our our body. What actually a body is made up of. So cell, there is cell. In answer, you can say that cell. Our life is fully depends upon this particular cell. All clear? All clear. But now your topic is that types of cell. All clear? Types of cell. So what is the types of cell? Actually, and basically there are the two different types of the cell. The first one is the animal cell and the second one is the plant cell. Okay, all clear. If someone will ask you, then you can easily tell them, tell him. Now the questions here arises is that what is animal cell or what is plant cell? All clear? All clear. Okay, let me explain. Okay, I have written here about the animal cell. If someone may ask you what is animal cell, you can tell that those cell which does not contain cell wall, then this is called as the animal cell. All right, all right. Just like a word, you can remember it. And I don't think he explained that particular definitions. And similarly, what is plant cell? It is a type of the cell which contain cell wall. Then this is called as the plant cell. The basic and the main differences between animal cell and the plant cell is the cell wall. If a cell have cell wall, then that cell will be the part of the plant cell. And if the cell does not have the cell wall, then that cell will be the part of the animal cell. All right, all clear. I hope you have learned what is plant cell and what is animal cell. Okay, those cells which have cell wall are called plant cell. Okay, it is a type of cell which have cell wall. Then this type of the cell is called as the plant cell. All right, all right. In note, I am writing some important points that must be come in your examination. Maybe your I think a school examination, maybe where you are joining your tuitions and maybe institute, maybe coachings, so that these particular points maybe came in your examination. So this is the most important point that you should must be keep in your mind, and this points is going to be important for your whole life, for your 10th level examination, maybe your inter level examination, and these are the basic things that you are going to study in higher classes. So we should must be careful to learn about this. I'm writing that the first one is that a cell consists of a jelly-like material which is enclosed in a thin membrane. Okay, all right. What about the cell? Actually, I'm explaining about the cell. The cell consists of a jelly-like material which is enclosed in a thin membrane. The cell is not open, but the cell is just like a jelly. You have heard just like a gum, Feviquick, not Feviquick, but just like a gum. Okay, I'm saying that that is the structure of that particular cell, which is surrounded by a thin membrane. All right, that may be plasma membrane. All clear? All clear. Next point, I'm saying that the jelly-like material which fills the cell is called cytoplasm. If someone may ask you what is cytoplasm or tell me the definitions of cytoplasm, then we just simply say that the jelly-like material which fills the cell is called cytoplasm. I think I don't need to explain this particular point because I have already written the definitions in simple languages. Okay. Next one, I'm writing that the thin outer covering of the cell is called cell membrane. So this is the definitions of cell membrane, and these are the most important point that must be come in your examination or in several competitive examination. So must be careful. Next one, there is a large spherical structure floating in the center of a cell which is called nucleus. If someone asks you what is nucleus, you will just simply say that inside a cell, or in fact in the center of the cell, there is a large number of a spherical, or just like a spherical ball like a structure which is moving inside a cell, then this is called as the nucleus. Okay, this is the most important point because this is the definitions of nucleus, so that's why this is the important point. Next one, I'm saying that a number of small bodies called mitochondria are also present in the cell, because mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. So you must learn about this particular mitochondria. I am giving just like a bonus point. Next one, I'm saying that there are teeny air spaces in the cytoplasm of animal cell, which is called, that is of vacuoles. Okay, all right. If you want, you can write it. You can write it. Okay. I hope you have written all these points. If someone asks you what is vacuoles, then you will just simply say that vacuoles, the air-like spaces, that is the best material is going to be stored inside a vacuoles. Then this air spaces inside the cell is named and is termed as, and which is called as, that is the vacuoles. Okay, all clear? All right. Okay, then we can move to the next one. Okay, all right. Here I'm checking the figure of animal cell. All right, all clear. This is the figure of animal cell, and this is the figure of what? Plant cell. This is plant cell figure, and this is animal cell figure. If you want, you can write it in your fair copy, because this is the most important thing, that whatever I am explaining here. Okay. Okay, this is the structure. Actually, this is the vacuoles, a small vacuoles, mitochondria, nucleus, cytoplasm, which is filled jelly-like a structure inside the, everywhere is cytoplasm. Cell membrane, outer covering of membrane of the cell is called the cell membrane. Nucleus, inside this cell is the nucleus. Okay, so the general diagram of animal cell. All clear? You should must maintain or make this diagram on your note copy. Okay, all clear. Next one, I'm saying that about the plant cell. Okay, so what about this one? This is the structure of plant cell. All right, and this is the large vacuole. This is also the second differences between the animal cell and the plant cell. In plant cell there is large vacuoles, but in animal cell there is a small vacuoles. Okay, as per requirement. This is the chlorophyll, that chloroplast. Under this, inside this chloroplast there is chlorophyll, which helps the plants to make photosynthesis. All right, and this is the mitochondria, and this is the nucleus of this particular plant cell, and this is the cytoplasm, which is filled inside the whole this particular plant cell. This is cytoplasm, this is cell membrane. Okay, and this is the additional covering of the cell, that is the cell wall, which is absent in plant cell but the present in animal cell. Okay, all clear. I hope you have learned these particular points which is related to your chapters, that is the nutritions in plants. So dear, in detailed explanation I'm explained you all the topic of this particular chapters, and I haven't left any topic, and I am also sharing all the notes what I am preparing on my desktop. Okay, all right. If you want, you can write it. Now we can move to the next one. Okay. Okay, now dear, it's time to learn some questions or explain some questions. This is the important questions, that is a very short answer type questions. Okay, all right. The question number first is that, name the pores through which leaves exchange gases. I am explain you about the stomata. What is a stomata? Actually, basically, a stomata is surrounded by two guard cells that helps the plants in order to exchange the gases. So the exchange of gases in plants takes place through a stomata or through a stomatal pores. So the correct answer is that it is the stomata. Okay, all right. If you want, you can write it. Write all these questions and answers on your notebook. Okay. Next question is that can name the process by which plants make food. I have told you about photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis, dear? So photosynthesis, which is a type of the process through which plants can obtain or prepare their own food. Then this is process is called as the photosynthesis. All right, all clear. Okay, next questions. That is the what is photosynthesis? Okay, this is the same questions, but there is changing in questions. Okay, this is the saying that the process of making food by the plants is called photosynthesis. But this question says that what is photosynthesis? I am written here the process through which plants obtain or prepare their food is called as the photosynthesis. Simple. So this I have finished this particular three questions. Okay. Next question is that a state whether the following statements are true or false. The questions A, B, C are based upon true or falses. Okay, I have taught you every topic, so if you want you can also do it by yourself because you have notes, you have learned some particular topic and many more different topic in detail explanation. Okay, okay, can you tell me the first one is that the carbon dioxide is released during photosynthesis. Is it possible carbon dioxide is released during photosynthesis? No, oxygen is released during photosynthesis because the product of photosynthesis and as a waste material, the oxygen is released during the photosynthesis because carbon dioxide is absorbed during photosynthesis, and without carbon dioxide, photosynthesis is not possible because I have told you the topic that is the conditions necessary for photosynthesis: sunlight, chlorophyll, water, and carbon dioxide. Okay, so this is the false statement. All right, all clear. Now, so okay, you should must mention. Next questions. Solar energy is converted into chemical energy during photosynthesis. I have told you actually what is glucose is how made it. So I have told you solar energy is converted into chemical energy during photosynthesis. Is it possible? Obviously, yes. This is the true statement. Okay, all clear? All clear. Next questions. That is the product of photosynthesis is not a protein. Obviously true because the product of photosynthesis is the glucose, and later then some glucose may be converted into proteins, vitamins, minerals, etc., etc. But the quick and the obviously quick response of photosynthesis or product of photosynthesis is that is a glucose, not protein. So this is protein. No, this is the false statement. How here is writing true? This is the false statement. If you can write here, that is the false. Okay, all right, false. And correct answer is the false. All right, all right. Now we can move to the next one. Okay. Next question. Question number D. That is the a plant having red leaves cannot do photosynthesis. Is it possible? This statement is true. No, this statement is false. Why? Because the color of leaf may be yellow or maybe brown, maybe white, brown, maybe red, maybe pink, maybe violet, but photosynthesis must be done by that particular plant in order to fulfill the requirement of food. Okay, so this is the false and correct answer is the false. Next one is that plants which synthesize their food themselves are called as the saprophytes. No, no, because I have told you what is saprophytes. So I have told you that if plants or those non-green plants which obtain their food from the dead and decaying organic matter. Then this type of the plants are called as the saprophytes. But what here is saying that it is saying that plants which synthesize their food themselves are called saprophytes. That means saying that saprophytes are the autotrophs. Is it possible? No. Obtaining their food by dead and decaying organic matter. I have already told you. So this is the false statement. Next questions, and which is the different from the previous questions, and true or false questions are completed. Next questions is that very short answer question. Now the question arises: name any one plant which has nitrogen fixing rhizobium bacteria in its roots. I have told you peace plant, and I have told you so many different plants, maybe moong plant, and many more different plants. So this is the correct answer. Okay. Next one. What do the patches of green layer floating on the surface of a stagnant water bodies like ponds and lakes consist of? So algae. I have told you algae is present in a pond, in a pond, in a pond, just like a just like a green layer and green coating structure, which is going to be found in a pond or maybe lake. All clear, all clear. Next question is that why are algae green? There is very interesting questions. Someone may ask you, why are algae green? We're saying that you are watching. I have shown you a figure of algae, that how algae looks like over a pond. Okay, all clear. The fact is that why are algae green? Because I have told you why the color of the leaves are green. So what I have told you, I have told you due to the presence of chlorophyll. So algae are green. Why? Because algae have presence of chlorophyll. Algae have chlorophyll. I have written that the green color of algae is due to the presence of chlorophyll. This is the correct answer in them. Okay. Next questions. Question number 8a. Name a gas used in photosynthesis. Can you tell me which gas is used by the plants in order to make food by a process called photosynthesis? Obviously, carbon dioxide, because carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis, which is done by the plants. So how it takes through stomata from their surroundings areas. Okay, all clear. So this is the correct answer. Next one, name a gas produced in photosynthesis. This is the opposite questions of this particular question number 8. These are the two opposites. The first question saying that which gas is required for photosynthesis, and next question saying that which gas is produced during photosynthesis as a product. The answer is that the oxygen is produced during photosynthesis and carbon dioxide is received or taken during photosynthesis. All right. All clear? All clear. I hope in this lecture we have learned so many different questions. Okay. So similarly, in the next lecture, we will learn some new. No, 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 no. We will learn some new questions. We will solve some new questions. Okay, very short questions, maybe some short questions. Actually, dear, I have finished all your topics, all your questions. No, not questions, but all your topics in detail explanation with sharing notes, with figures. I am doing hard work for you. So this is your also duty. You should must also do hard labor with me. All clear? All right. So see you soon in the next videos or in the next class or in the next lecture. For that moment, you should must be connected with me. See you soon. So love you all. See you soon. Take care.